Adios. 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 Alright, Perman Flytatio. Right, we're about to dig around with this thing. Oh, boys, for fuck's sake, why are you yelling now? I literally just started. You were quiet before. It's like, why are you talking? Oh, hold on, sorry. It instantly detects that I have started doing something, so now is the time I must go turn on the tap for her. There we go, sorry. Now, I've been here most of the time eating, but I start talking and streaming, so he's all over it. I'm giving a bit of a think here, and I think actually our copper type kitty is what decides our face, obviously, so which is why I think it puts off us getting rid of the expression, why that's there, so that we may the game might have an idea of our copper type before we do that. Boys, for fuck's sake, what is it? A lot of these, are these properly done, or is it just, do we fuck them up? Meow. No. Fuck's sake. I think she wants me to have a poo. I'm not sure I can help with that, boys. I'm sorry. She will now sit in my lap for not very long. I feel like some of these have gone away. Right, let's see if we can play this fucker. Nothing happens. Ready? Speaker comes to light. Static seeps through the machine's magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old. Her again. Good afternoon. Fortress accident on St. Brun. This is the East Insulated. Repeat. Station 1. Please repeat. What's the personal log file? It's her again. Same old woman. Through the radio computer at Doom Central. What the hell? Ugh, my mouse is stuck. You responsible for this kid. There we go. Go on, it's me again. How are you? Good, thank you. It's not clear whether she recognizes your voice. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Look inside the cord. Tape on the filament says log February March. Good. Please repeat the password. Let's look around us. No use trying to guess the answer. No, the password. Okay, again. Fortress accident, like the one in the Doom commercial area. I have 2 machines registered to this company. Name and mayonnaise. Once in St. Brune. Oh yeah, the thing might have. That's the church of St. Brune. Doom commercial area. Okay. Tries again. I think I may have the right password for the personnel log. Oh, we don't have it. Okay. Okay. Maybe the ice has thawed. What's that? How? Maybe Crab Guy knows the password. Oh, I ran. Oh, I shouldn't have.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I'm in the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies. Is that about coffees? Have I heard it somewhere before? Look, man. I'm at the liberty to talk about the sacred food blaze at the mother's glorious heart, but not about coffee. Have any chance heard the thingy saying the password to a radio computer? Too many times. Do you need it for something? Yes, for first degree murder investigation in the mayonnaise. So he raises his eyebrow but doesn't say anything. Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death. What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity the little nihilist. Alright, thank you. Interesting investigation. Not sure it's relevant to investigate to the thing. Okay, well. I pressed the save button instead of the mute button and coughed directly into the microphone. I'm sorry. That was not the DK intention. Hello. Sorry, I knew I'd fuck that up so all of a sudden. Have the password. Afterlife death. Go to unlock the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Right, time them. Date paragraph, look at someone's journal. Read the printout. The first entry made on the 4th February. 52 by an unknown author. It's short and wait, what? I thought we were in 51. Oh, 100 years ago? Maybe? Short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted, nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around, need to figure out how to get the electricity in. Lieutenant leans closer, scanning the printout over his shoulder just as you finish reading. He looks up, muttering under his breath. 4th of February, that's over a month ago. Oh, 51st is... no, it's a precinct, damn. Who set the machines up here? Must have been quite a while ago. Do you think this log might be connected to case? Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local. He eyes wander to the various machines around him. Eccentric. Read the second entry. February had a little chat with the local fisherman. Said I shouldn't go near that place. That the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, alright. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See, even one of the spookers themselves say it's unnerving. Third entry. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, new antenna. I'm a thinking Eska series. Something advanced. Why would she need an antenna? Is this not you? Would anyone need any of this equipment? Steps on a wire running on the ground, inspects it with his boot. 4th entry. Well, we did see an antenna, didn't we? Outside. But the antenna had a problem setting it up, called Simo for help. Is Simo the pawn shop man? Heard the others are back at making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Solasar started a rock band again. Lexi has been asking for money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads, programmers are doing fine. Maybe one of these is our purple guy. He was an artist man. Also mentioned graphical design, his friend. I mean, the programmers, the writers though, they're fucked. Just have to find out what caused the data loss to be done and be done with it. Still not, don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know, everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right. A data loss? And it seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author's saying. Yes, kitty, you want to go in your bed now? Ugh, thank you. Please stay there. Something about the backup data getting destroyed and how everyone thought it was the author's fault he adjusted his glasses. Let's just keep reading. This programmers, Lexi, who are all these people? I think these people worked on the radio computer game business. Oh. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area? It must be his former co-workers. 5th entry. Please don't attack my feet, kitty. Bought some food from the grocery shop. Apparently there's a strike going on in the harbour. Definitely not happy to see the mayonnaise people again. Everyone set up in the church, going to start working tomorrow at Thingy. Strike Shin. We're nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading, I'm interested now. I want to know what the radio anomaly that sent this person here. What's the radio? What's that? A radio? Not fuck. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now. Lintel. No, it's Cressel that would do. Oh, damn. Trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel the logging. Feel like logging in the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. Oh. It swallows. Oh, it swallows sound. Need to get some microphones. Is he talking about? It looks right towards silent. The first recording confirmed that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to data loss that led me here. Pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. She's suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk. What could this be? Look at water basins behind. No, Lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them, no ripples. With the 8th entry. Some kind of young discomen have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but it turns out I've also been capturing the future dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in before I could even say hello. He got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a seal. She must be describing a seal. The girl on the ice sounds like her, yeah. Oh, we arrested them. Damn it. March 32, got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our official old office in Mayonnaise. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Mayonnaise of her. That's me. I was the one who broke the radio, broke into that radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Plaisance. It wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine. No, it was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. New 2-meter aux cable, noodles, crackers, ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum, also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening. What a weird looking creature. Strange woman makes straight for the super radio computer. I thought she wasn't wearing shoes.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots. Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCN, you see.
Why are we forced into so many idiotic answers these like on this side of the river? It seems like we're just trying to be an idiot in most of these. I'm not speaking again. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead, searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here.
He barely looks up from the keyboard. You can hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now, please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
No.
What is it?
I'm still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal lock and wasted some paper.
Doesn't look like a big loss to her. Are you the lead programmer of Viral Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or no, not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized, rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back. So, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Sona Lukanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Possibly. Very Finnish, this lady.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how can I help you.
Turns back to the terminal. That still didn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church. Those ravers won't be bothering you anymore. I arrested them because they were planning a drug trade. You arrested them? She looks up surprised. Didn't think the cops in this place had it in them, she murmurs. You seen the crab man? No. But you know he's around. Yes. He's seen you. And? Oh, it's probably not a big deal then. No, you're right, it's not. Her voice trails off as he bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Why so many machines in this place? I bought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. Why do you need an antenna? Point to it. I use the AR1 as my RIM prefect processing unit. RIM prefect. That's your radio computer, right? That antenna, it's processing unit? Yes. She sighs. You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you? She stopped working now. I know a little. Alright, well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna. Wait, what's on air? On the front, the unified? Oh, that's what, yeah, it's unified. Front of radio waves. My brain just died at that word. Licensed and controlled by the lintel in the East Thingy region. Turn around as she waves her hand. That's what on air means. And the AR1 is just a good antenna. She stops to think. I guess it is, as far as I've been quite satisfied with this. Mayonnaise is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. It's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operation. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyways, he turns back to terminal. You should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing. She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves. What are you doing with your radio computer? Working. The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow. Working on what? Could you, she closes her eyes, could you just shush for a moment? Or get to the point? I really need to focus on something. It's not just rudeness. It's really hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. You're not helping. What about those bowls of water over there? They're connected to my room prefect. She looks up. Whatever you do, please don't move them. Okay, thanks. I won't touch shit. What are you doing in an abandoned church, Godam? Really like those questions, don't you? There's a hint of amusement in her eyes. You're occupying a public space. I know to know what you're doing here. Conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out, she says. Ridge underground. What research? Looking at the location of a 2mm hole in the world. She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. Tent rises his brow, but doesn't say anything. Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal? Yes, that's what led me here. She stares at the burnished antenna on the nearby table, but I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly? Exactly what does it mean? There's something frantic about her. As she locks her gaze with you, eyes shining like pearls. Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is, because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist? Is he suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer? Damn it, logic. I mean, we're living in a world that has holes in it. I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But how do I figure it out? I'm talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. You measure it by its surroundings. By that which does exist, he replies. Which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducer to record the silence and to find out where it begins. But recently, it's not processing very well. She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. Looks like some ancient ritual. Do you have any idea where that hole might be located? Somewhere underneath those roofs beams, I assume. She looks up, her eyes trying to pierce the pitch black heights above. Not with that much success. Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Why there? There's this place at the back of the church where all audible vibrations seem to decrease. To decease? Okay. I named it the Swallow. The higher you go, the less you record. The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk? Maybe. But it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place. That's where the Crabman lives. I know. Don't you think the Crabman might be somehow responsible for this? No, I don't. Tell you research isn't going well. Why not? Because it's not trial and error. Trying to locate the Swallow? The exact point in space? No, it's just trial and error. And I don't have as you stop my sentence. You know what? It'd be really helpful if you just stop talking and let me work. Ugh. Greater hands, worlds and keyboard, thanks. About that 2mm hole again. Damn it. Maybe we can have a talk with the old crab man again. I'm tempted to get my boombox out. There is an actual bird there. Well, that was idiotic. I'm glad we couldn't help. More composure. But yeah, oh. It came from the stained glass window. It still has letter on it. What? Yeah, we can get our dice in about 30 minutes. Well, let's go turn in the crypto ass and try the check again on the way there. Now, do we have bigger man composure? There's all the homeless mates over there as well. Maybe try and solve the dead dude over there. I don't think that one's timed. Probably doesn't matter. I get around again. Really wish there was a fast travel system. Some of these places take a long time to get to. Like, just going to see Everett to find there's nothing new there takes a lot of fucking clicking. It's very annoying. Hobo cop. Ordered it at 12 ish, so about 8 hours. Need to go check the ice ass as well. Maybe I can Google something new in here. Let's have a Google. There was very little in there when we Googled first. I'm hoping to order some other dice as well. I don't know if the bullshit stacks the more of them you have. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm wondering if we should get rid of any of these forts. Perception, I can't ask that one. This one's alright. Less Shiver, less Inland Empire. That one's alright. Less Encyclopedia. The 1 XP is nice, but it's not hard. This one we could probably do without, but it's not really doing much else. Oh, what? There's money all over the fucking ground. What the hell? But those just... I think some things only show up when you light ass on them. Ass light on them or something. Maybe that had been there all along and I'm just a blind fuck. Well, the flashlight is explained as working best in low light as, so I figured it wouldn't really do much in non-low light, but we did ass up the light and the some stuff that at one point was easier to see at night, like the mural. We might try sleeping outside tonight to save money. It would be nice to be able to buy something because we are kind of low on money because we never really demand any from any mates. What's this Simo here or something in here? Actually, I should talk to the people that go to bed after a certain time first, like Renee here. We can retry the check with him. I have to put on my condensation boots though. Composure. You can go.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul.
Here,
If
Nate.
he's got principles.
Come on, come on. Shit. Just not composed enough. I think our moralist pants are probably some of the most boring thing we're wearing right now. Better glasses would be nice. Oh, we're wearing those stupid fucking gloves, glasses, aren't we? Yeah, it's the point of them, but like for us right now, it would be nicer if we had something that could boost us in an area we're weak. Let's call this shit in. Actually, I'm not sure about that. After all, I'll turn my monies in.
Now it's turning into a kind of a...
Good man. I can't help but be nice to people in this. I say having arrested those kids. A racist.
Looking for something? Or
Never mind. Bling fucking blinks. Wait, what? Fucking electrochemistry didn't pipe up immediately and start telling us to get money. I wonder if Volition is just telling it to shut the fuck up. Yeah. I wish I could sell the ones I had. Might as well ask. Pale Age vodka special, I guess. Stored in a pail for a couple of years, which makes it super expensive. And super strong. But it's pale. You know, she shrugs, uninterested in explaining it further. Okay, thanks. Any under the counter devices? No. If you don't say it's legal drugs, as the law. Good. Just checking. So I have to ask, Is me being the boring cop boring to watch? I don't think so. I like to not think so. I think like Fallout, it might be sort of the better way to experience the game the first time, whereas some of the more extreme shit is probably better for the second. I don't know. It does.
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Kunos told me you were supposed to know about the armor. Smiles a little boya did good on his promise. To get me into trouble, sick the pigs on me. Pardon the choice of words. His, not mine. What happened? Yeah, I think the area on the other side of the water is probably higher level, so a lot of the checks are much more ass, because we were sort of, a lot of the options we had over there to say were kind of wild and weird and not really our usual stuff. So I think we were sort of being shoved in some weird direction. We are actually more sorry cop than we are boring cop. Good cop, bad cop. I still don't know about this. We haven't been... Is this because we haven't been bad cop? Yeah. So I thought Apocalypse Cop was some sort of beat everything up, fuck 'em kind of guy, but I think it's actually sort of the Ender's Nye kind of cop. Which is weird. Maybe. It seems like there would be another number with good cop, bad cop for how many times you've been either. It may be, yeah, actually, you're probably right. I still don't know what the honor is. I was asked to look into that armor situation, official Union probe. You know, track it down, see who took it. Did you? At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. But buy us a few more days under the sun, you know. So I went to this boy, he said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere, the cops in his pocket, and he's the king of Jamrock. Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and I still got me into trouble. He smiles. One bad move is all it takes. Takuna used us to, what, scare you? It's a minor nuisance, it's all good. He contemplates taking a swig from his flask. So, the probe into the armor, what did you learn? I learned that people don't want to talk to drunk Union man about some armor. What else? Not much else, technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. What sort of technical stuff? Yeah, like being a nice guy. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. He explains with a wry smile. I didn't get into the material science. Just how it comes off. How does it come off? In parts, 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the last guy. On the guy last I saw. Yeah, that one in the thing here says, I think, define the armor. Yeah, I think we can't do that because Kim's already asked that off. Too hard to remove. So as I count, there were 2 parts missing, the gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Otivum. It's weird to me that we have so few boring cop points actually. 5 only. Whereas we have that many sorry cops. I have no idea how it's counted. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the curious. Where I left off too much. Yeah, okay, so 4 pieces of armor up for grabs, then... But I always sent the boots away. Jolly man shrugs. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you, at least. Hold up. Probably, yeah. 4 pieces, helmet, curious, gauntlets. Curious? Is it curious? Curious? At least they don't say Hubuk. Boots, and what about the leggings? Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore. If they ever did, he gives you a jolly shrug. Forget about them. I did. I'm going to find one piece of it. One is enough. I'm going to find a bunch of pieces. Nice and balanced, Lieutenant said. Some junior officers can take care of the rest. Smart move, the mustache man agrees. It's only that one spot. You need armor too. The one the bullet hits. Very burning wheel of you. New task, getting the hangman's boots. Task updated. Getting the hangman's boots. This would devilishly tricky, so don't beat yourself up if you manage to send the body to the thing without getting hold of the boots. Well... Also like to point out we haven't died yet. We'd have an easier time resting the spurs of yeah. Thank you for your cooperation, sir. No problem. He finally takes a swig off the flask. If you see that kid, thank him and call me tomorrow. Probably, yeah. I'm wondering if things are timing out and I'm not realizing. To thank him for showing me the way. Alright. Not asking for money, I'm not that kind of guy. All these postcards and stuff. When everyone's gone to bed and I have nothing else to sort of interact. When Kim's gone to bed, I'm going to read and look at all that shit. It's probably also kind of something I need him around for. Let's see if we can still get a talk with the composure guy down here before he goes to bed. Still not quite time for the bullshit. Composure thingies. I don't know if I want the system to be that you wear clothes for the day instead of this stuff, because swapping these is a bit... It's a bit silly, but then again, you're locked in a conversation when you're in it, so if you need multiple checks, well, you're fucked, I guess. Okay, this guy yells a lot, so yeah, I have the poop jacket. I can maybe not just say goodnight to Kim, because there's not really anything I need to do when he's away.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul.
I thought
If
I
he's
leveled...
got principles.
I'm certain I leveled composure back at the place. Why can I not retake that one? Smoke on the balcony. Another composure. You still up there? Oh, I see. As I say, well, our dice should be ready soon. Is that closed for the day? I don't know, no one's out. Okay, so I actually have to scan the light in places. I don't just have to have it equipped to see things. That might make things a bit... Okay, we're going to have a quick talk with Kuno, for which I apologize, because he's usually loud and an asshole. I actually kind of like Kuno. In the sort of way that only Kuno can be liked. Alright, incoming scream.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad! Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything!
Well then, I talked to Manana about the armor. So, he raises his eyebrow, protecting an aggressive indifference. He said you're now the king of entire Jamrock? No, I thought we leveled composure down in on the other side of the ass and didn't fail because we haven't been over here since. North Jamrock. He corrects you. Kuna meant everything north of 8 Ass. We haven't been back. Yeah, we haven't been back here, so we should have been able to take that. That's weird. Rooster fuck Kuna's word up. Kuna doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the Madre. Ooh. Kuna sent your fat ass running around like Jello. Look, pig, he's suddenly all business. Kuna sent you to rough up some people. Kuna played you. That happened. Now you and Kuna should move on. Good idea. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. He throws his hands in the air. Get the fuck out of here, parenting Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face. Goodbye, Kuno. Have a nice evening. Kanto. Did I forget about it? We went down here. He's up here. We went down here. I tried to check before coming back, before going down there. Went down here, leveled thingy, and now we came back up again, and the check isn't available. I'm fairly certain. Let's go in and try and I might just be useless. Hey, Crypto Man. I'm sorry about us. Do I have my composer boots on? Yeah, we went over to him, but the thing was grayed out, right? Oh. What is this about the way he carries himself? Come on, you bastard. Yes. Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Are you part of the homosexual underground? Yeah, double spider -2 x2 eyes. The homosexual underground. The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide and amused but surprised. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips. Why, yes I am, officer. Why, do you want to investigate? Yes, I want to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of. This one sounds like we're judging. Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub-rosa pleasure group. Congregating in the cellars under the cover of night. Yeah, that's why we got the shivers where we saw him in heels. Saturday night, sometimes even Friday night. What about Thursday night? Or Thursday night? Sometimes the congregation doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life. He lowers his voice conspiratorially and looks around. But why do you convene? What do you do? We're just oblivious cop. Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol had hold on to. The two symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifted and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities, just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore. I think he talks shit. Hold on, BRB. I got degrees. Does it have anything to do with disco? Yes, we also listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. Oh boy. We're going to change the family unit with all the razzle-dazzlement and finger dancing. He wiggles his hands. And with mysteries, of course. The mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric. Too much fun should be illegal. I mean... The bottom one seems like an asshole. We're not asshole, we're sorry. We're not gonna ruin anyone's fun. Unless it's illegal. Do we like disco? Nah, it's not for me, I guess. Fort gained homosexual underground. The smoker starts laughing and leans back against the counter. Sure thing, officer. What do you want to know next? Hee hee. Bye bye, gun dame. So we got to thinking about the gays. I guess. You see mysterious strangers in the night leaning against unlit doorways. Are you one of them? You could be. Maybe you forgot. Hey, they didn't censor forgot here, weirdly. I don't know. Fucking Jacques Cousteau. Well, we got a fort. Man spends 6 hours internalizing homoerotic thoughts. What a guy. Wait, who's this? Is that what's his face? Is that the assistant? I can't tell. He looks very old.
Boy, am I ever so grateful to you, officer. But I'm not the only one who wants to thank you.
What's what, Lena? Okay.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Honestly, I thought he was dead. I'm basically also a cryptozoologist now. Just doing my job, ma'am. Eight-eyed Ocean. What? Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. She hands you a tiny ribbon held together by a silver bird skull. It's a tie. Mexican origin. The pin is antique, quite special. The little silvery knob, score, yeah. Holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. In the shape of an alien skull with 8 eyes. You never told me you've seen the Phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about an old woman's ramblings. But I do. Ramblings nonsense. Your description of the Phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard. But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. Measuring things is important. How did she get the size? I didn't even get the size, so I see. Good man, visual calculus, you know about shit. You were a child, my dear? Really, it's extraordinary how you were able to describe what you were able to describe. Now go on, tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. Reflexively, Lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one, many times my height, I remember, when all of a sudden... Wait, where was this and how old were you? I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Bucanaut, in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there. What happened? At the strangest moment of my life, I look up and one of the reeds moved. Not a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. Damn. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. Reached my arm? Yeah. It felt like just a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. She looks at you after a while. 20 seconds, a minute maybe. It left, it went into the reeds. Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if a reed could walk and told her they were looking at me. She chuckled. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, the sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly, but then I met Morel. We won a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of an incendiary phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds, she told me it hissed. It did, yes, like reed in a gust of wind. Mo'il, oh I see. The way it moved, the color, what sort of limbs, how some of its limbs were white like marble. He breathes excitedly. It marched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It matched perfectly. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. I had a eel for the first time this year. Very weird. You want a date? Our first date, yes, the old woman looks at her husband tenderly. Its limbs were white. Not all of them, he answers for her. There's some white coloration reported, along with beige. There were where the camouflage ends. How big was it? It's hard to say how big it was when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. What if it is the case? Thank you, visual calculus. Maybe you imagine it? How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here, what makes it confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect. That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager the boys would tell me, Lena, she loves her voice imitating a boy. She lowers her voice imitating a boy. Ugh, I sneeze, goddammit. Stupid body. You try and tell me you saw insidious phasmid out in those weeds? Get out of here, she smiles. They just give me a sigh then ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I've seen it. Kim, what do you think of this? I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and end up believing them. Time for sharing. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it. Whenever I get one, it was just, she sighs, such an impossibly shiny day. Sunshiny day. So warm. What's our tie like? Oh, Volition and Inland Empire. More Volition, never bad. Fucking Inland Empire, though. Stupid pain threshold. Let's talk to this ass, then.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law. I mean, officers.
Ass. Once more you hear that odd clicking sound coming from Gary. I say ass in general. Yeah, we need more volition anyway. Composure anyway. I did level it, yeah. I swear I leveled it down there. I might be forgetting shit though. Right, I think we're slightly too early for the dice, but let's go have an oogle. if nothing else, we can go look for the the helmet again, which has supposedly been asked in the water. Yeah. Yeah, but he's not the guy I meant. That's the weird thing. Like, I'm talking about where the hell is he? This guy. We checked him on our way down, leveled there, came back, tried to check him again, but it was still unasked for some reason. Trying to ass over with the light properly this time. Weird. An auto shave. Alright. Slowly melting. Ugh. Wish I could turn my ass around without having to click ass. Yeah, it just doesn't fit at all in my brain, but I might have done it. It's true, I'm known for not braiding. Well, the check should... I think it was about 40% last time or something. But the thing is, it should unlock when we got the composure down there, and I don't remember having been back since then, so that's what's fucking with my head. Because I was fairly certain we got the check on the other side of the water and didn't ask. Other than that. I think it started about 20 and that we tried it a few times and I just kept fucking it up like an idiot. Oh, that check. I think I need another kind of bar to open it. He says that our mechanical ass keeps saying that if we try and open it, it'll break the pry bar. It's a red check as well, as far as I recall. So we could be a total dick now and insert this thing and then get the there we go. Fucking play. Password? Life after death. Oh yeah, really? This is the same password? Lieutenant seems almost disappointed to discover that. As he murmurs, maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all. Yeah, the crowbar's in the thing. I'm just worried I'll break my crowbar if I try. That's alright. Print. Apply determination. Oh god. No drugs. I think we might not notice many drugs because we Inland Empire. So we don't recognize them in containers and shit. And product report by the lead Andy Scott about Viral and Tether, the radio game developed by Fortress Accident As. Yeah. The first few papers given over you the capital and the workforce, while the rest seems to be a production schedule. Read about capital. In the short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through a truly insane amount of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 real, but then came the delays. Eventually the damage reached thingy reel, with only half the game finished. I wonder if this is sort of an analogy to the Kickstarter of this game. Although admittedly I didn't know this existed or was coming out until a week ago or something. As to say, there's a real adventure for an Iguanian investor. Read about workforce, who worked there, how long. Fortis Acton employed 18 people. The bulk of the team composed of writers, concept artists, there are also radio programmers, sound engineer, CEO, 2 marketing experts. A single overburdened producer who developed the habit of popping tetrahedron in the basement to escape his obligations. Skim through the production schedule, whatever that is. Depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy. Right, what happened? It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in the bank account. They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't. Were they done in by their own ambition? No. Even then, success remained within the ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappearing. That is until they discovered the Valley of Heads. The what? At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Simitsk-born Sulislav Sabungrin, decided that while Untethered was a secret mystic location, the extreme edge of the map. Place was to be the Valley of Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor. God damn. It matches the headless little figure thing we have. How many heads were there? So many. Last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which would be endlessly recombined. How many combinations would could you make out of that? Come on, logic. Do you really want to know? Seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while. Yeah, how long? How bad could it be? Oh dear God. No, my time. Keep going. Yeah. Go on. Lieutenant taps his foot impatiently. His arms start folding tight against his chest. There are some nice numbers. Go on. What have I done? Look at his face, he's looking at the numbers with that expression. What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop? Damn, interfacing. We fucked it up. Let the numbers wash over us. Oh no, it's all zeros now. Okay, so that's what it did to them. Okay, so that's what did them in. Yeah, that's it. And the catastrophic data loss. The what now? On the nature of the data loss, there's an ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end, where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into the eerie nothingness, before the Iguanian investor pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred in the East Eurasian inlet front, just as the viral untethered products project was being computed that day, and the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air. When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnosis, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss. Damn. wasn't a copy of the game, a backup. Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. Uh-oh. I'm worried that it's in the ice cream maker and us turning off the thing might be dipping it in water. There was a note here, wasn't there? It was the lead program's responsibility to oversee the media maintenance. Some of the off-site copy as well as off-site. Oh, so you would know. An explanatory note from the lead programmer was attached. What does it say? S. Lukunin Kilde, the lead programmer for the site, the off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore, not for me. Not for 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement, in the ice bear refrigerator, near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there, the temperature conditions were optimal. Uh-oh. Seems like it's not very convincing, is it? Former colleagues would agree with you. Is there anything else from this lead programmer? Read notes at the end. 4 months later by an unknown author. I'm the only one left and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under. 2 slipstream switched to making skis and hairdressers just left, cursing mayonnaise. That's right though. They're right though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Mayonnaise, all of it. Still haven't gotten an answer from Lindell about what happened. All I could get was the physical coordinates of the error on the east insulin. Oh, so she's trying to figure out down there what went wrong with the game. Since the computation happened on air, Beckett had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Robershall West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint Drun. I'm going there to look into the thing in the eye. Street giant tear print out. Throw it away. Remove the thing. Right, let's see if there's actually any ass down here. Let's buy the bear thing. So it's probably good that we didn't turn off the bear thingy. We turned off the other one, not this one. What is this giant bear-shaped fridge doing in Bandit Cellar in the first place? Good question. Looks like it's an ice cream fridge. Lieutenant reaches for one of the wrappers. He studies in the light. So they tried to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore? I know, says Lieutenant. What an unfortunate marketing choice. I think they're making fun of DK. It's even worse. The bear's still costing them money to this day. Lieutenant's pointing at a red, shaky cable running from the fridge. Fridge busts with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic. Salmon wrapper. We Google this. It said near here. Hopefully it's not the one I unplugged. Having quick scan. Maybe something new in here. Nah, fuck it. Now I'm worried about this. It did say the bear fridge, so it shouldn't be this one. This is where we don't want to turn it off. Yeah, let's not melt the fucking thing. You said temperature was perfect. I'm assuming that has to do with the bear still functioning. Guess we just wait for that thing to melt. Kim, this is furnace. Looks like it. Looks like an old central filler. Also, do you want gingerly piece aside? Not used in ages. Right. Yeah. We didn't get any more swole since last, did we? I need to have a proper look around at the two dark areas we know, though. Now that we know you actually need to point at things. Or at least that we assume so. Yeah. No. Hey. Luckily, she's still working. There was a check on her as well, wasn't there? Shivers. Oh yeah, we're absolutely garbage at shivers. Yes. Maybe we need to reload into the area. Hey, Falcon. Ow. Don't block me, Kim. You dreaming, boys? Having a little dream. See you wiggle in your sleep. Hello. I'm technically back. Much like Backstreet. Maybe it only does full hours, so it'll be at 9. I think this dies from the that's from the adventure game. That has a copy of it down in the shop that the lady thought was shit. That the lady in the church made. So I have a sneaking suspicion we might be able to maybe combine them and maybe get something out of that. Nah, but usually with stuff like this, more work means more ass. Oh, he's still out. Okay. You selling Well, yeah, I can probably...
The shine on those sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
Yeah, we need some conceptualization to oogle through some of that stupid shit there. What are these fucking sneakers? More encyclopedia. It always just goes in the toilet immediately.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes. Keep saving that economy. Everything's still cool here, officer.
I say ass. It wouldn't. I'm not sure if it's under ass or an over ass. I've seen this. Yeah. It's really the sort of thing it should ideally say. It's fucking t-shirt. Very cheap though, very dumb. Might find someone who wants that.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything. We still can ask about the guy. We don't know who the hell it is. I have a sneaking suspicion that we'll probably only find it through Everett. I don't really want to shoot anyone, so... Try again. So Kuno said he kicked it into the sea. I don't remember if he said where that would be. That's the problem, sort of. You can't really go back and look at the log of things, which is especially problematic with the things that show up after a while. Because you can't sort of... Like the little dots when you click them, and if it's slightly outside the screen, you have to run hoping to... You know, run hoping to catch it, but... Then it asks and you're fucked. No, me neither. It's more me whinging about the fact that we can't go back and check what he actually said. It's a lot to remember, which is also why you sort of need to keep playing. Going away on vacation or something like that would, or just being away for an ass would mean you'd probably forget most bullshit. But I guess something like that could kind of be problematic for a game like this, since a lot of the stuff is like playing with your brain and shit. So like you need reaction speed to catch people on contradicting themselves, even though you just read what they said. We still have no conceptualization. Ours is in the toilet, I believe. I wonder if Kuno ever gets tired of yelling Kuno. I wonder if she still has the an E-Sprit, the corpse roll.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Yes, okay.
Let's get our corpse stuff on. I forget which is which. That was better for that. Guess it literally just is the fucking thing. No, it isn't even. Damn. Well, let's
You're
try.
back. Good. What can I help you with?
Come on. Oh, thankfully. 6 kilometers away southwest in the Valley of Dogs, Junior Officer Chad Tilbrook takes aim at a rabid black dog licking its wounds in the grass. To his left, his partner, Emil Mullins, whispers, "You heard what happens in Tequila Sunset in mayonnaise?" Yes, he lost his mind. Tilbrook answers, finger on the trigger. "Don't worry, Emil." Pulls on it slowly. Slowly now. He'll find it again. Ah, we always do. What am I? You're an officer of the RCM, she says energetically. Reverential Sisters Militia. I feel like we should have asked this before. What is the Reverential Militia? We know this. He said de facto? Means not the hour. RCM federally called Twilight of International Law. Both at the behest of the coalition government and to its chagrin. What do you mean? RCM responsibilities of emergency with an ailment act. 3 pieces of legislation keeping the city in, let's be honest, thingy fair status. Foreign capital. All 3 are good to know. The lieutenant looks up from his notes. When we're out policing. Mm. 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 The one of the good guys? There's nothing basic about your role, detective? I don't know. It's true that the RCM keeps everything the way our seemingly permanent provisional rulers like it. He leans in. Yet on the other hand, I know these people. I deal with them deal with them daily. Let me tell you, dear, they are not fans of yours. Why for? Post-revolutionary decade was a disaster for the coalition government. Racial in the 20s, what hell? Especially on the west side of the river. Gang warfare, a botched privatization scheme, a nuclear pile meltdown. They called it the international zone. Yeah, because no nation wanted to claim responsibility. The RCM restored peace here, where the coalition failed, a true blue citizens initiative. She smiles. They will never forgive you. That's somewhat of an exaggeration, the lieutenant interjects. In reality, ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement. Raviolian gets to keep the peace in Rochelle, and the coalition doesn't need to worry about it. He coughs. Anyway, sorry to interlude. Please continue. Yes, Lieutenant, permit me to conclude this with who you are. To me, is the police the only legitimate law enforcement authority in Rochelle. Thank you. There we go. Yay! We made the big man check. Time to switch clothes again. Like fucking always. I keep forgetting what my suit is. I don't think I actually changed anything, did I? No. Almost saved instead of muting for a great cough again. Fucking dump ass. Let's go see if she knows anything about this fuel we found. Might give us another check on the thing. Okay, for some reason he... Okay, now I can control the light again. Just having a wee oogle. Talk to the old lady there, but she's probably gonna yell. They always do. Fucking elderly. Guessing Kim is programmed to stop there so he doesn't block us from going down.
Hello
Hey.
again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Aha, so you won't talk about the murder, but maybe you can tell us something about the murder victim's missing armor. What do I care about some fucking tin eggshell? Isn't armor art? Art for the body? Ugh, alright, sad piggy. Hey! I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around in military grade headwear. Handwear. Looked cute as hell. Time, Okay, so one of the kids has the gloves over there. A little Goyle. Come on. It takes a while sometimes when you load in for him to want to give you control of the flashlight again. I need to check a few more things out, then we're gonna go back to the die maker. If it's not 9 by the time I've checked those things out, we're gonna look at the jacket maybe while Kim's around. Maybe ask this lady. She's gonna yell, so
Give me a moment.
is one of the residents on a vacation? Their mailbox is overflowing. People come and go. I don't keep an eye on everyone. Who lives in apartment 10? No one lives there. It's been empty for months. But I talked to someone through the door. Impossible. A cleaning lady shaking her hand. Her head. I know someone had moved in there as he pauses, eyeing the hallway. Maybe it's those counterculture people again. Breaking into our house. Like it's a public space. You're a policeman. Be good and take a look. Will you? Sure. It's behind a padlocked door. Oh, that one's a scientist, a future scholar. Suddenly the old lady's face is beaming. I think he studied astrology at the community college. Education's good. I always tell them to study. Something to do with all those stars around the head. Around his door. He asked me to leave the drawings up on the wall. You mean the star and antlers? I think that's a symbol of communism. Symbol of what now? Communism. It's a political ideology. Ah, the clean lady says, leaning on a broom. All I know about politics is it brought us more harm than good. Well, yeah. I'm saying about response. Right, let's fucking cop the shit out of this. The apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in there? Excuse me? Of course not. Cooking more for you there. Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Oh, come on, there's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. That was smart, the lieutenant says, nodding towards the unlocked door. Want to wear anything special for this? Let me just take a save. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, I see. Just a pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it. Looks like a fine mattress. Don't be ridiculous, you can hear it swarming with bugs. Thanks. What's in there? Modes of taxation. What's this shit? Talk to her. Ugh. He's a real estate agent, not a fake one. I'm not convinced. Satisfied? My name is Maril Capania, and I'm the agent with Mayonnaise Realty Associates. I'm not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The key you see, sitting as the keys in front of her in her hand. Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least. Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too? She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. Ooh, the passport. Feels flimsy in hand. With the words Revshol Specialist Administrative Region written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with her personal details. Everything seems to be in order. Here you go. You pass back to him first. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour. What are you doing here? He sighs and looks around. I need to get it ready for the next lease. But as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place. Another one of those things like the Sunday friend. I fuck shit up too. Reprehensible. Who lived here? Was some kind of moribund old man? Was says to be a business owner? You think they paid rent? They'd make rent. He stops, hesitating. A sudden serious look on her face. This story didn't have a happy ending. But that was months ago. Anyway. Was there anything you wanted? Is that it? I'm in a hurry. Who lives in the lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway? Well, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment but plan on auctioning off the valuables, but... And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen, but Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall. A hole in the wall, can you believe it? She spreads her hands. And then tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that, he snaps her fingers. The sum must have been puny. What? Couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life spark, and they are affordable. Tell me, I'll tell you, mayonnaise has a future. In a few years, it's going to bloom with artists and creatives, and those radio computer wizards. My money has also disappeared, I think. Well, it does not disappear from my hands, no. I don't let it. I see. So wait, what happened with the wall? Don't ask me what happened with the wall. I have no idea how we're going to find time or resources to fix it. Both apartments are now unrentable. Both. She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossing over her chest. That's all, tie them. Of course, she replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. He's been waiting for you to leave. What do you have here, lady? Weirdo. Well, I've oogled. That was Ustless. She looked so ominous standing there. Hey, old lady.
Give me a moment.
Didn't find any counter-cultic in the apartment in the 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up a room for new tenants. I see she takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them. No one is coming. There'll be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. God damn it. Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who will come. What the fuck? God damn it. Sure, everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. Yes, well, she doesn't know what to say, so she just coughs and repeats. I hope they're good people. Your statement are too vague to comment on. Oh, fuck you, logic, or whatever that was. Do you know about this guy, Kim? Krasmaster was a mass murderer. There's nothing cool about keeping his bust on your nightstand. It was definitely controversial. The tenant here seemed to like him. He leans closer to inspect the photos of revolutionaries on the wall. There aren't many communists around. Not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems. Why does this tenant have a bust of thingy on the thing? The white star, the photos on the wall. Part of a young communist. How fitting. Alright, Pond. We're climbing solve, or solving, climbing solvent, or whatever. Checking toilets. Ice. Dinsdale. What if the key we got for this place is what let us open both doors? I forget. My lamp's through my head. It's doing that thing where I'm not allowed to turn the lamp around. It's weird when it does that. Still going to this apartment, I wonder. Are we allowed to? Knock knock. Oh. I wanted to pilfer with my new eyes that seen many new things. I don't know if you saw earlier, Pond, we had a massive breakdown before I went on break. I think you might have seen. Yeah, you did. Very fine. Disappointed the shit out of Kim. Nah. It was. Kinda. But that's because of the lady. I like how it was one of the examples I used for when failing could be good, and there was literally almost an example exactly like how the one I thought I made up. I'm very predict-furt. Where? What breath at me? I need to burn 20 minutes here. I need to restart the ass again, goddamn. Yeah. We've seen that. The man Wes, what are you doing out there in the sea? You old damn deviant. These guys still out, god damn. Guess it isn't 9 yet. That's open as well. May go in and purchase some absolutely horrendous shit. I'm sad we didn't get the cryptid. Need to be Nigel to get that, I think. Kid looks so defeated. What a goddamn book. Maybe not. Hello.
Hi, Ace.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yeah, goddamn, that's expensive. I didn't think it was that expensive. Still have to pay for the dice, rather. Big mulch novel. Guess that's the one we found before. I think there's some checks here. Medicinal purposes of the pale, goddamn. Crock of shit. Well-behaved cockatoo. Fuck it. Knew it was a good idea to keep that around. Yeah. That's the one about our spirit bird. We can get the quest done from that, I guess. Hopefully we won't learn something dumb from it. Yeah, ideally I want to order another one immediately. May sleep outside. I don't know how bad that is. Might not heal you. That might be the drawback. Indirect modes of taxation? What? Affluent moneymaker man. I think that probably adds to what, fascist or ultra-liberal? Well, we haven't fascisted at all. That's nice, I guess. We haven't not done here. Oh yeah, they do say cancelled. Oh. It's the only two cancelled, that's alright. Well, let's Google shit for 20 minutes. Okay. Yes. Cockatoo is a parrot with an erectile chest found on the Cinnamon Islands. So it's a thingy. Known for their intelligence and great preconsciousness. Cockatoos are popular birds in aviculture, however they often exhibit various behavioral issues. Okay, what's more? This book talks about delicate nature of twos and as introducing some of the most popular species among the bird enthusiasts. The funeral cockatoo, major majestic cockatoo, and the most common bang bang cockatoo. It's colourfully interested. Alright, what problems do these birds have? Where to begin? All cockatoos are known for their needy natures, requiring attention for at least 2 full hours a day. They love to talk, and they've been described as lovable clowns who just don't know how to wrap up. Can handle that. Would be nice if I have someone to talk to when feeling lonely. Pet owners also report moodiness, loudness, and hostility and recurring issues. If left unsatiated, cockatoos may scream non-stop, pluck their feathers, and become aggressive. Right, that's pretty bad. Anything else? It's not recommended to get a cockatoo if you're not able to cook them food every day. Damn, that eats time. And give them full care they need. These birds will never understand that you have a life of your own. Yes, but there has to be something great about cockatoos as well. You're right, cockatoos are magnificent creatures. They love to perform, cuddle, and show off, and will even scream for fun, often up to as loud as 100. Damn. Ouch, that must hurt. Yeah. Sorry, hearing. Read about the funeral cockatoo. This is the yellow-tailed black cockatoo, specific name Piscis funerus, relates to its dark and somber plumage. Bird looks as if dressed up for a funeral 24/7. There's something indisputably ominous about it. I'm guessing that links to Apocalypse Corp. Major majestic cockatoo, probably some ass. Okay, before we go on with this, I need to do the restart again because bullshit. So quickly refresh, and I will be the right bee.